I'm not the only one dancing, right? Not the only one dancing. Yo, 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 welcome to another fun edition of Tuesday with Todd. And this one's kind of, this one's on the real. We do real business stuff here. We have real business issues, and we're going to talk about real business F-ups. And that's what we had. We had a real business F-up. Remember, you are just joining us. Make sure to check in. I want to know what the weather's like. First off, I want to know if you can hear me. I got a new mic here. We're trying this guy out. We'll see how it works. We'll see. So you got to tell me, can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you do all that? Let me know. Because the other mic sounded like I was in a submarine yesterday morning. And so we switched up mics, and we'll see how this one holds out. So that's what I need from you. Also, did I already say this? Let me know where you're from, where your weather, all that fun stuff is here. Because it is overcast as usual here. I'm waiting for a nice, somewhat sunny day because there's some product photos I need to take of decals. Somebody asked about decal product photos for our decal fundraiser pack. I said, absolutely. As soon as we get the next nice day out, I will take a picture. And, overcast isn't horrible to take pictures, but it's just been garbage outside. I think I woke up this morning, it was like 24 degrees outside. I'm just done with it. Just done with it. So here's what we're going to talk about today, right? We're going to say, hey, yo, what's up? We got a little DAX information to talk about. We've got the big thing is our screw up. I think I'm always going to be transparent with you guys and show you what I do and things like that. So maybe we can learn from this because I want to know what you guys would do in this situation. And then we'll talk about how and what we can do. So Darren, good afternoon, evening to you. Val, hello, happy Tuesday to you, Cake Stepper. Jerry, happy Tuesday. Can't use TGIF for this day. TGIFT, thank God it's effing Tuesday. Yeah, we can use that. We can totally use that. What's up, Chuck? Edward, how are you doing, my friend? Eric knows what to do. 49 a bit cloudy. Had our rain for today, working on easing sore muscles after walking 32 miles since Thursday. Eric, my man, walking machine. Way to go. At least the sunburn is fading from the weekend. That's a great one. Better when you held it, but still clear where it is. Better when I held it. Well, I bet I could clean. It looks weird all up in here. It's got the other piece, but I'm not sure where that other piece ended up at. So, I can hold it. Hello, welcome to the Love Line. Caller. We can totally do that, but that just looked weird. So, like here, let's just put it here. But then I was like, man, that even looks more weird up there, right? So I figured I'd get it down here so it didn't look as weird, but it still looks weird. I don't know. Now you're giving me a complex, Edward. What about down here? What if I just put it right here, and then you can tell me? Can you hear it right there? Tell me right there. Look, Aaron, long-time listener, first-time caller. Thanks for stopping in. I used to sports radio. The only time I could ever get on to sports radio was the overnight hours. That was my thing a long time. That was my first-time caller. It was great. Yes, can see and hear you. When I worked from a restaurant, I had a $300 mistake once. Ooh, tell us about your $300 mistake. Move FU, Facebook user. I don't know who you are. So, Facebook user, here's what you can do, right? We've got a couple options. Let's go through these options. Easiest, head over to fatdadlive.com or liveosg.com. That will get you over to YouTube. Make sure to go over there. So that way, we don't run into this FU type of thing. Otherwise, go over to oursuccess.group/Facebook. Give StreamYard permission. You'll have it for about 4 hours, and then you'll have to redo this again. That's just the way that it seems to go. Just seems to be the way that it goes. Where was I on that? Greetings from sunny, for now, Chicagoland. Yeah. I heard it's supposed to be nice this weekend. We'll be in a trade show, but I heard it's supposed to be nice. We'll be heading up there Friday, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Jerry Sunny in St. Louis, finally cutting the grass for the first time this spring. So, to south of me, sun. To the east of me, sun. Right here, not so much fun. I never screw up. That's right. That's how you prevent them. Never screw up. Howdy, Matthew. How are you doing today? Just a lot of learning opportunities. Yes. I went and all got gussied up today. I did this yesterday. Look at that. All clean shaven. I'm all there. A toe appointment, I think Wednesday or Thursday. Go get my toes done. So there. Seems very directional and pointed at your face, but it's fine where it's at. It's down there. So We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I know I need to get the little clip. We'll play with that. Okay. So first, my friends, let's talk DAX. Now, if you don't know what DAX is, then you have not been a part of this very long. Because you know that the DAX stands for Decorated Apparel Expo, right? Right. Okay. So it's in the Chicagoland. Chicago. Did I say that right? Chicagoland. Yeah. The Chicagoland area this weekend, the 22nd and 23rd. So that is Friday and Saturday. It's in Tinley Park. One of the things is registration was free through this past Sunday. So this past Sunday, registration was free. But hey, guess what? If you would still like to attend, we got you covered because we got a code to get in free. But there's a stipulation to this. You have until Thursday at 10 20, excuse me, 10 p.m. Central Time to enter that code for free admission. If you wait till after that, it's no longer free. So we can get you a code for that. I'm gonna copy this, and you have to do it online. That's the other thing. You have to do it online. So first up, we need to go here. I'm gonna put this bad boy in the description, so that way you can see this. Let's see. Let's clicky click. Go DAC show. Boom, and you're going to get your code is EX1277. EX1277. Now, you can thank our success group by stopping by booth 212 and saying, yo, thanks for my free pass, dog. Yo, that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. So let's click over, and there's your code. Your code is EX1277. Just go over to daxshow.com to register. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? I follow the Bob Ross theory. There are no mistakes, just have to relax them. But there's nothing happy about this. There's nothing happy about this, and that is right. OSG to the rescue. I was only a month into the job at that point. It took me 2 hours to get back to the restaurant. I would like some more information on this. I would like some more information, please. Look at that. Didn't mean to steal your thunder. Whatever. Thunder stealer. Thunder. Thor got thunder. Right. Whatever. Thor. Whatever. Thor. Let's see. Where is he? Jesse, hey, how are you? All right. So let us get into the DAX show information because that is going on this weekend. We're going to share some screen action, and we'll be able to do that. And we'll do that. What did you guys think of last week's show? I'm still getting messages on that, which I think is effing awesome. I thought it was a great show all the way around. I was really impressed with it, how it all played out, and I think it is definitely something that we want to do more of. I got requests more of it for it, having those types of shows. So what I think the smart thing to do is to get more people like you and other business owners and come in and share and tell their story. You don't have to be in this. You don't have to be in this industry. You can be in any industry because it's all about business and how things work, right? Okay, so we've gotten in here. Let's see if I add the stream. Ta-da! Boom. Now I can make that larger. Choo-choo! Woo-hoo! And we can roll through this and see. So the show starts in 2 days, 16 hours, 48 minutes, and 1 second. You'll register at 10. You're going to hit right here. Remember to enter that code at checkout, and it'll save you for it. As far as directions, you don't know where this is. It's going to be at the Tinley Park Convention Center. It's right here. Bing! Hey, here's the road from my house. And I take that exit. No, I take this exit. And go right there. So this is where it is. There are hotel here. I believe it is booked up though. So there are Hotel Circle, which is all over here. So if you're looking for a place to stay, Buffalo Wild Wings, where the after party will be, probably 7-8 o'clock. We haven't determined the time. I'm sure Aaron will let me know for sure on that. Is going to be right here, and that's over at Buffalo Wild Wings, the after party, and on Friday night. Because if you have not been to a DAX show, the way it works is at after the show floor closes. Let's see if it says it in here. Let's see seminars. Let's see. Schedule of events. Where did you go? I saw you. Schedule of events. So schedule of events. Here's what we got for everything. Because Thursday is technically when it starts for workshops. You see everybody has a workshop in here. Eric has one. Look at that. Digitizing your first design, finding your foundation. recommendations. That's Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 12. So that's Thursday right there. Then Friday, you get the free ones, free seminar, how to printing full color logos on demand. That's by Stalls. And then Screen Print with You Transfers, sponsored by Transfer Express. Both those at 8:39. Trade floor opens at 10. And then you've got some training. Katie's in here with some training. Aaron's got one down here. Look, Terry's got one at 10, 20, 11, 40, 12, 30, 150. Aaron's got Into Cyberspace, your new online customer center. That one is from 12:30 to 3:40. So you can click right there and register for that one. But the trade flow closes at 5 o'clock. Then what happens? The party starts. That's right. After DAX closes the trade show floor on Friday night, they do a dinner. So it's free. So that's another reason to attend. So you get the free dinner that's right there. It's right there outside of the convention center. It's inside, but in the hall. It might be over in one of the rooms. But that is there on Friday night. You'll be able to come in, get your food, network, have a great time there. And then, hey, you can get freshened up and join us for the after party over at Buffalo Wild Wings. So that's at 5. And then Katie has the night shift from 6 to 9. After 9, we'll probably still be over Buffalo Wild Wings. I think I'm calling it early, like 10, 11. And calling it early, 11 o'clock is maybe, 12 o'clock is maybe like 1 o'clock is my cutoff, 13 beers cutoff. 1 o'clock, 13 beers, that's cutoff. I'm shooting for way earlier, way less than that. But there we go. Then the Saturday morning, we've got another free seminar with Stalls. The trade show opens at 10. And then you've got an Aaron in here again with another class from 10 to 20 to 11:40. 3 pricing strategies to avoid. So you can go here to this page and you can sign up for all of those. That is still going on. That's still what's rocking and solid. And while you're here, you can always check out the other stuff. You can see some of the specials that are going on here, especially materials, GM graphics. As we scroll down, everybody's got their information in here. Aaron, where was ours? Ours was in here, right? I thought it was in here. Aaron, where's it at, buddy? I thought it was in here. Anyway, it's got my booth 212. So as we go to the floor, who's exhibiting, we want to see the floor. Here's what the floor looks like. And here's to everybody who's exhibiting today, this weekend. So there'll be some good people here. Here we are coming up right there, booth 212, which is right there. And in fact, our good friends Corel Trainers right there. We've got all 3 of those combined, if I do remember correctly. Aaron will correct me if I'm wrong. But you've got that going on. So there'll be a lot of fun stuff there. Custom Creations looks like they are the only sublimation vendor, so definitely check them out because, hey, they're cornering it if nobody else is going to be there for you. Our good friends over at the Magic Touch, make sure to check them out too. And always check in with Katie over at Trouble Me Not. I promise I will not be coming home with an embroidery machine crossing my fingers. So that is DAX. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Everybody know what's going on. Let's see. 7-ish sounds great after DAX party. Nothing else going on but heavy beat-ups. That's right. Well, last time we got dinner. We were done with dinner about 6, and then everybody went upstairs. I was staying in the hotel and changed, and just kind of blew off some steam, whatever. Maybe took a quick shower. I don't know. But then we ended up meeting in the hotel bar, and I think we were in the hotel bar for like an hour or so. So I don't think we got over to B-Dubs till 8. But I think 7 or 8. He said, the easiest way to do it, the easiest way to find out what we're going to be doing. I've got this little bitty thing right here called osg.link/volley. Make sure to join there because I'm sure Aaron is going to be starting up a room or whatever. Yeah, room is what we're going to call it. Just for DAX, right, Aaron? I think we should do that. We can put all the information there and then everybody can follow it. Otherwise, the random will be good too. So head over to osg.link/volley and we'll be able to get you all the fun information that's over there. Other things that we have before we get into our fun little mistake is don't forget we are giving away a heat press over at our Facebook group, which the long form is facebook.com/groups/OSG Business Basics. We are giving away a Stalls A to Z heat press when we hit 5,000 members. So make sure to check that out. You can find all of our links, super easy, over at linktr.ee/FatDadCD. So our link tree, FatDadCD, you can find all of our stuff over there. Super simple, super easy. All right. Let's see. Last time we did 2 regular guys after the party. TC is rolling out after the seminars on Fridays. So 2 regular. Oh, yeah. That's right. Did we do it afterwards? I thought we did it. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. It was a while ago, so that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so this one kind of pains me. This one hurt. I'm gonna say, anytime you make a mistake, it hurts. But anytime there's a zero on that mistake, it hurts. And anytime there's multiple zeros, that really hurts. So let's talk about what this is. Everybody, put on your boss caps, right? You guys are all the boss because that's what you are. You're all the boss of your company. We're gonna walk you through the scenario, and you are gonna tell me what I should do. All right? So this is the interaction part. I need some stuff from you guys here. Super simple stuff. So a customer came and they had an idea for a shirt. Okay. They sent over the design of what they had in mind. Okay, cool. We can do that. Went through it, did the mock-up of it. Didn't necessarily like how it looked on black, so I said, hey, let's do this and do that. Add some white behind it, so it's easy to go. They're like, okay. I sent them a mock-up for approval, and they loved it. Boom, loved the approval. Cool. Okay. So said we good to go on this? They said, yep. All right. Sent over the invoice. On the invoice side of things, I had once again, by paying this invoice, verify that all spellings are correct, all words are correct, everything, colors, wording, everything is correct. Cool. Yep. When actually they met and paid, we met up again. We went through the artwork again. See if there's any changes. Everything looked good. Yep. Everything looks good. Cool. Because in the first mock-up, they got it back to their members, and everybody was like, "Yep, that works," because we did change up from the original, like I said, had the white on it. They were good with it. So multiple people seen it on that side. I see it on my side. Corey seen it. So we had multiple people signing it. They signed off on it. And then it came. We got shirts and pressed the shirts, and Corey stopped, kind of did one of these, and she's like, "I think it's spelled wrong." Huh? What do you mean it's spelled wrong? Like I sent it through the approval process. There was no red lines that came up as well. Send it through approval. You check it. I check it. Customer check it. Other people check it. They paid the invoice. Everything was fine on it. Well, it was spelled wrong. There was something spelled wrong because if you know anything, that is not Philippians, right? That is Philippines. So, what do? You tell me. Sound is getting worse. Oh, yeah. All right, let's try this before we go to settings, and I'm going to go to audio, and I'm going to switch this to. Let's see. I got to see which camera. Let's see. Let me see which camera is on. 6.6 is the camera. We're going to switch over to that camera audio. All right. How does that sound? Does that sound any better? How does that sound? Because we just switched over to this one. Everything else is still looking good here. I've got 4 green lights on it. This bad boy hasn't changed at all. But how does that sound? Let me know. Much better, much better, much better. So, trash. Let's just throw that trash away and just turn that trash off. Trash. So, $60 mic, trash. Whatever. So, where did I lose you at? You let me know where I lost you at, and we will go through that. Mistakes always hurt. I hate spoilers myself, but it's natural. Yes, 100%. It is something, which is why I've always told people, hey, if you can't afford to redo the order, then maybe you shouldn't do it, because worst case scenario, you print through everything and something happened. So better. Yeah, sound. There we go. Better. Mike from Amazon, free returns. Yeah, but I think it's like 6 months or so. I have had it in my box of mics, and we'll keep making it work. And just joined, so not sure. Okay, so recap. This is why I want to know where you guys would do. We sent artwork. We did a mock-up. We were sent artwork. We took that artwork idea and created the design. From that design, we sent over mock-ups. We went through back and forth on a little color changes. Approval was done through mock-ups. When we sent over the invoice, we attached to the invoice that by paying the invoice, they were acknowledging that all spellings were correct, locations was correct. That basically everything was correct. Colors, print locations, spelling, everything was correct there. Third time in-person meeting for payment, we also went through the artwork again just to double check that everything was good to go, because this is a couple hundred shirts. And lo and behold, that's what it is. Philippines instead of Philippians. So you tell me, what would you do? Shirts are printed. Not all the way printed. Corey found them part way in, but they're all printed. Everything was approved for 3 times, and now it's not. And now it's not. So I want to know, what would you do in this situation? Customer sent artwork where everything was correct. When I typed it in, instead of it being Philippians, it became Philippines. My mistake. Customer did not notice the mistake. I did not notice the mistake. Their whole approve committee did not notice the mistake. So nobody noticed the mistake until Corey, when she was pressing the shirts. Let me know, what would you do? What do you do in this situation? Great question. Brand new customer. Brand new. I had an order, the customer signed off on 2, and then we caught the spelling after completion. I remade shirts because I was embarrassed by my own error. Okay, embarrassed by your own error. Was it approved in writing? Yes, it was approved in writing, signed off on. Good afternoon, Jose. How are you doing today? Ree, thanks for stopping by. My biggest mistake was 150 yard signs. Letter carriers deliver hope. Grammar Nazis were not happy. Grammar. I totally misspelled this. And does this approval form say they should check spelling? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It says that they should check spellings. That they then by paying it, that they were acknowledging that everything is correct as well. You can't win. You can offer a replace, but they will not mention that they made the mistake. That's true. Now, here's the other thing, too. You replace them is what you do, and how you work with them on the replacement is the variable. So how does this become a mistake? What caused this? What caused this? So we've got to reprint transfers. So there's 300 transfers that need reprinted, 300 and just a shad over 300. We've got shirts to order. Corey caught it. She caught it early enough. But all in all, it's $600 to fix it. We're doing it. I mean, we're just fixing the problem. They sent us the correct artwork. They sent us what they wanted. I did not give them what they wanted. That's not their fault. And it's one of these where if you're looking at this now, you know to look and see it's Philippines. But as you're rolling through that shirt, it reads as it should be. And this is why, it was one of these things where words were split, words were things like that. I was like, okay, is everything where it needs to be? Is everything correct? Let's go through it. This is all spelled. Yes, 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 yes. Everything was fine. We caught it there. So that's where we stand with it. I have to order shirts. Got to do transfers. Got to repress shirts. Brand new customer. It's just one of the things. I split the cost of the reprint for the 9/11 shirts when they approved the art. So did the committee. I had the wrong year. Yeah, and for this is I'm 100% taking response because that's what I did. I misspelled on this. I didn't I didn't catch it. Like Philippines, man, Philippines. What what? There's to me, there's no excuse for that. I made the mistake. The customer sent me the correct. If the and I had to go back. That was the first thing I went back to look at the very first artwork that they sent me for their mock-up and what was on there, and it was Philippians, of course, not Philippines, and the mind has a way of telling you what you want it to read, and so that's what you're going to do. So I just don't think nobody caught it. Nobody caught it until Corey did when it came down to pressing shirts. I did that. I did this with senior shirts this year. It said 2021 instead of 2022, and they approved it. Luckily, I only printed one when I caught it, so I fixed it at my cost. I think it depends on the customer and the job. I've offered discounts in the past for the same kind of errors that were approved. Yeah, and I think that's what it is. If if these shirts would have got them and they would have noticed the if they would have noticed the error, then I think we'd be having a different conversation because everything was approved, done. We had already sent it to them. They had everything there. And then I could go back and be like, hey, here's where everything was approved on. Here's where it is. We can make this right on the next order on a discount out for it. But since I caught it early enough in the shirts, I just decided to eat it, man. That's what we're doing. We had that happen. However, I ate it, but I let them know of the mistake. However, this is an annual return customer. And here's the thing. So this is a brand new customer. Never worked with them before. 300 shirt order, a 300 plus shirt order, whatever it ended up being. New church that's starting up. I'm looking at it as here's an opportunity the door to open and we can put in there. And so we let them know, hey, because we said we were going to have them to them. They needed them by the 1st, May 1st. And so we're like, hey, here's the plan. Here's what we're going to do. We'll keep you updated along the way. They're like, great, great, great. Then when we caught it, we let them know, hey, we just ran into this issue. They're still going to have your shirts on time. They're still this, but we need to redo these because of this error. And they were super happy that we caught it because they didn't catch it. And then they saw, they're like, oh, now I see it. Yeah, it was once you see it, you can't unsee it. Why couldn't have anybody caught it before then? Right? Why couldn't have anybody caught it before then? And so I look at it as my mistake. I have to own that, right? I was the one who misspelled it. They supplied the correct information because sometimes, even with our names, numbers, things like that, when we do on shirts, we always verify, usually a triple check on it. Here it is. Here's the mock-up. Here's everything in the invoice. Let's go and make sure everything is fine with this because especially with names, I don't know how the kid's supposed to spell their name. So I'm taking your word for it. And I try to make sure that everybody types everything. I will not accept anything handwritten because I don't know what that is. Put it in a spreadsheet and send it to me. And then we'll verify back and forth from there because it's the last thing I want to do is do anything. This is completely 100% this guy's fault. Typed in Philippines. Of course, it's not going to tell me that I spelled Philippians wrong because it's Philippines. What am I going to do? My mistake on it. That's all we can do. There's the rub. If you changed it, then it's on you. Yeah, that's the thing is we, from the very first piece of artwork they sent us, here's their general idea of it. And then we created everything for them. And instead of it saying Philippians, it said Philippines. All through the approval process, all through the mock-ups, all through the color changes, all through everything, it said Philippines. Nobody caught it. I didn't catch it. They didn't catch it. Their committee didn't catch it. So it's on me, right? Right? And you should have seen. You could tell she didn't want to tell me. I could just tell something was wrong because she just got quiet and she stopped pressing. And I seen her look at her phone and look at the shirt and look at her phone, go back to her phone, and she did that a few times. And I'm like, what the hell's going on over there? And I'm like, what's up?
And she's like, these are spelled wrong. What are you talking about? Like, it's Philippians. And she goes, yeah, this is Philippines. Yep, you're right, it is Philippines. My mistake. Right. If they said it that way, you didn't catch it, then they should have some responsibility. And that's where it in lies at. They sent it one way. I screwed up by doing that, so I 100% accept responsibility on that. But then I sent it back to them 3 different times. Sent it with the invoice. Sent it when went through the mock-up in person. It was not caught. So part of me was like, hey, you didn't catch this, so you're paying. But then I'm like, I did that, right? I caused that. I was the one who did that wrong. And if they're just looking at stuff and just reading through it, their mind is telling them what that is supposed to say. At least that's what mine did. Mine did, and it wasn't until somebody else pointed out that said, "Hey, that is Philippines, not Philippians. You got an issue." Uh, and so it's 100% of me. I can't charge a customer for my screw up, knowing that it was my screw up too. I know that they didn't catch it. I know they did, but if I taken their artwork that they had for their idea and used that, created, and everything matched to that, then I have no problem putting it on them, saying, "Hey, this is your original here. This was your design. This is how we put it together. This is the color. This is everything there. Alls I did was basically create what you had, but I didn't. I changed that." So yeah, it is. It's not good. I would eat the mistake too. Not only eating the cost when the customer spells their own name to be placed on the shirt. Yeah, that whole name spelling in words, but that's the plan. We're eating it. It's not taste good. The shirt will now always be within vision, just to double check, man, because something like that, Philippines, Philippines, 413, Philippines. Uh, did you tell me about the mistake? Yeah, told him about the mistake. I said, hey, here's where we're at with it. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll get you back in the schedule. You'll have no problem meeting your cutoff time. So I told them about the mistake. Told them what it was. They were very happy and thankful that we were able to catch that. These were being used as fundraisers, so they ordered in bulk, and that's what their plan was for a fundraising effort on it. It was a yes, Aaron. It is the Wad of Cash person. Yeah. And so there was some broken English that was in there as well. And it just overall, it's on me. It's on me. Is it something that can be blown out and printed over? Nope. And even with that, lining them up each time, even if we're able to get rid of a piece and put it in there and line it up each time, that's just more labor. And labor is the most expensive part. Labor is where it's at. Cutting stuff out, putting stuff in there, lining it up. Nope, let's just redo it and be done with it, because then I would screw that up. Yeah, mistakes are hard. Whether you make them or the client make them, it's not hard to beat yourself up, but they happen. I've been making typos since 1992. I feel equally wretched every time I realize I made a mistake. Proofing system helps, but everyone is human. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, this one, it just it makes me laugh. It just makes me laugh because there's not a whole lot. There's not. What can you do, right? What can you do? That handwritten list of players' numbers, right? Oh my god! Especially when it's names where I'm like, Welge, that has a D in it, right? And they're like, I don't know, does it? You get in the list. I know her parent. I know its last name has a D in it. I'm like, come on and help me out some on this. And so even on the typo ones, I'm like, this doesn't look right. Is this right? And I'll question it because I don't know the name side. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. When you send me stuff, and I'll send it back multiple times. We're good. Yes, we good. We good. Yes, we told you. Are we good? Hey, we already told you we're good. I'm like, okay, fine. Put it up there. Feeling but being upfront and honest with your customers will still get you return business. Absolutely. We're running into that with on the DTF side of things. Oh my God, it's such a pain in the ass, guys. We actually are now with a partner that is doing us really well and helping us out a lot through our print network of who we bought our equipment through. Their turnaround times are way faster. One of the people that we're using was a friend. They're in the industry, so we always want to support those who we can. But things were getting shifty and shady. I needed something sent out overnighted on Friday. I get the label and everything there, and it didn't show any activity until yesterday. And I was told that they 100% could have them out on Friday and overnighted. And it didn't happen. They got them today. And when they opened them up, they're missing some. And they needed the job for tomorrow. So they've assured me that they were printing and overnighting and they were going to have them tomorrow. But it's tough. It's tough when you're going through a third party. I know a lot of you guys, you use me and you depend on me to make sure your stuff gets to you in a timely manner. So as we're down, I need partners that can help me out with it. And when somebody says, hey, yeah, so our typical turnaround time is, 3 to 5 business days on this, you're because you're in with this network, we can help you out on that. Make sure we get everything to you, as fast as possible because we know you're down. Okay, great. And so far, everything's been working. But I had to cancel orders and refund orders when I was using the other printer because, their 3 to 5 days was 10 to 14 on some things. And, I let people know, hey, this is what we're running into. I wish I could get some more communication on their end, but I couldn't. It would be ghost town, ghost city. So I was sitting in there with probably $400 or $500 in credits from orders that I had to cancel that they hadn't even got the print yet. And I'm like, just cancel the order. Just cancel the order. Cancel the order because people were canceling on it. So right now, and that's why you haven't seen me push DTF, because I wanted to make sure that the people I have in place to help me produce transfers for you guys until ours is back up and going are the people that can help me produce transfers and not ones that are going to drag their feet. So with that, we have a good network, and it looks like everything's been working fairly well. And I'm going to give it till next week when we get back from DAX. And then if everything is still going planned, then we'll be able to start pushing and have no problem. So back to this, way to suck it up and take responsibility. That's hard, but you're doing the right thing. And it's tough, right? I mean, it's tough. First off, you're saying I screwed up, right? You have to take ownership of that. The buck stops here. That guy right there, that's me. Well, hold on a second. There, that's me. That's me up there. So my name's on it, my picture's on it. I can't screw people over knowingly. I know I did this wrong. This was 100% my fault. I have to take responsibility for that, and that means $600. That's what it means. $600. That's just part of it. Somehow I doubt you were that calm. Surprisingly, it was more a kick in the balls. It was more like I got kicked in the balls with the heel and it got hooked, and then they pulled them down to the ground, right? Because my stomach dropped, everything came. It was just gut-wrenching because what do you do? I honestly don't think I screamed or yelled or any of that because I was just like, ugh. I don't think I cried as much as I wanted to, but it was, I really don't think, I've gotten upset over way dumber things. I don't think it was. With names and numbers, I copy and paste them in the Krill and change the font and the layout. I've learned not to trust myself. 100% I do that until they don't know how to spell a kid's name. I don't know. That's why I send the thing over. I'm like, hey, what's this good? Yep. Because we're going through one right now. They're like, the picture's kind of blurry on this. So I'm like, all right, here's what we're going to do. I'm blowing it up to this. I'm sending it in columns so that way you can see it. Everything looked good. We'll send it in sections going through this. They're like, yes, everything looks good. Okay. Claws versus clans. Yeah, that's awesome. I won't forget that one. Renee did some stuff and it was Santa Clans instead of Santa Claus. Yeah, I remember that one. It had the art vectorized and they changed it. Either custom or I caught it. We split the cost to reprint. Yeah. And that's the thing is, what do? Right? Nobody catches it and somebody else did. Santa Clans. That was great. I mean, Philippines, not as funny as clans, but it was great. Maybe you can make Philippines 413. Yeah, like Awesome 316. Yeah, Philippines 413. That's got 27, 40. I think I've got 40 of them. If anybody wants Philippines 413, they're all kids size. I think these ones are all the kids sizes too. So that's the other thing too is the kids shirts. Awesome, right? Philippines 413. I expect that. I need to keep that for shots. Todd, it's an ouch. Make it right. But letting them know would make me do business with you as I know you have my back. Yeah, and that's what we did. Because with them starting off new and them having, other stuff, I thought is if I tried to be the ass and say, hey, look, I sent you the artwork. You guys approved the artwork. I am not. This is on you. I'll reprint for you at a cost. That's going to lead to them being disappointed in me. And who knows how far that disappointment will go and who they will say. Because as a church, that's what these are, is for fundraisers. So, yeah, steal from the church, greedy bastard, when it was my fault to begin with. It was their fault. As I said, a different conversation. So, maybe I chalk this up to a marketing cost, right? $600 in marketing, because I'm going to do everything I can to check in with these guys every couple weeks till I get more orders to recoup my $600. But yeah, that's what it is. We totally do that. Copy and paste. I think we're all part of that copy and paste. Let's see. Did that on a rush order for a few hats. I suppose spelled Oklahoma. Yeah, that one. I could do that. And then I'd send them to somebody that did wood that lived in Oklahoma. So they'd have Oklahoma. Yeah, and that's a lot of times where I think the screw ups happen is on those rush jobs. This one wasn't one of those. This was just a guy who spelled Philippines. What do you do? What do you do? You didn't charge him. Yep. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to charge him. I just feel I can't from my mistake, right? I can't. You'll definitely get more business from it. And here's the thing. Even if I don't, right here is where it feels right to me, right? We all own our own business. We can run it however we want. There is no rule book that says you have to run your business this way. You run it the way that you want to run. Now, I want you to run it to be profitable. I want you to run it in a good standing. Which means I don't want you to be an a-hole to people, right? I want you to be good to people. Good things happen to good people. I need you to be good, but I have your policies, procedures, everything in place. I do. So it's at my discretion. Do I want to eat $600? No. Am I going to? Yeah. It is 100% on mine. And what do you do, right? What do you do? Yep. Everyone is titled to one mistake. Wife's the proofreader now. Yeah. Well, and usually if I'm proofreading stuff, my thing is I will always upside down and backwards. If I'm proofreading something, upside down and backwards. I just saw Philippines. I saw Philippines. I saw Philippines, and it made sense in my head. No reason to reinvent the wheel. Copy and paste is a lifesaver. Control V, baby. Control V. A friend of mine told me to spell check it backwards, and it definitely helps. Yep, but that's not helpful when it's supplying the names. And that's right too. And that's the thing. When somebody sends something with names or dates, especially where we've seen it is on some of the memorial plaques and things that we've done. I don't know, especially if it's not a current one. If we're not doing something, March, April, and if it says 2022, cool. I get that. But if it's saying like, November 2021, should it be November 2021, or what if it was November 2020? Or no, I don't know. So names and dates, I do my best to verify, but sometimes I just can't, because I just don't know. This is literally, I proofread 17 times. I'm completely OCD about triple checking. Imagine finding a glaring typo in a $10,000 press run, $10,000 press run, and knowing it was your script. I cried my eyes out and thankfully didn't lose my job. But I learned to never trust the client to proofread things ever. Ever. I like this, right? Maybe we need to have the OSG trip to the Philippines on 4/13 next year. Yeah, I think we should. That sounds great. And yeah, these are the cash people too. So that's the other thing. So let's do the math on that, right? So it was a cash job, and we're just going to use 3,000 to make it easy, times 3. So cash job, they paid cash for it. It was over $3,000 for the job. If they would have paid credit, I would have been out $90 right there just for processing, right? So if they're going to pay cash and they're going to pay cash, that's worth it for me. I guess it can be your new memory verse for life. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. In the Philippines, right? In the Philippines. Their volleyball player gave me the wrong number to put on her hoodie. Her coach was angry that a high schooler didn't know their number. That's awesome. So we've ran into that too. And they came back with, well, maybe if you didn't change our number every year. Good point. Don't change my number every year, so I remember what it is. But yes, names and numbers, dates, it's so tough. So how do you make Philippines 4/13 a thing? I might have missed that. I don't know how we make it a thing. I think that's the thing. When you screw something up from now on, no matter how big nor small, I need you to post in the group. Philippines 4/13. Here's my mistake. And that's what we do. Philippines 4/13. Own your mistake. That's what we get. It was a friend, and no one caught it until they were given out, and everyone had a good laugh. Yeah, I offered to redo them correctly, ship them at my cost, but they said no. And that's, yeah. Like, in the grand scheme of things, Corey caught it early. Right, so Corey caught it early enough, right, where it wasn't super hard, right? I had to eat some transfers and eat some shirts, but it could have been worse. It could have been all of them. And then what do we do? Yeah, travel right off the Philippines. I think that sounds great. Yeah, when I was in post-secondary, I was an editor for the massively multiplayer online game 4A. Okay. Readership was 1 to 2,000 weekly. Mistakes happen often. At least no cost but my time there. Yeah, that's the thing, is our time. It sucks. Swap Meet Louie. What's Swap Meet Louie? Speaking of Louie, is Louis coming this weekend? 1,200 shirt hockey tournament screen print shirt order. While printing, I noticed a glaring spelling error on my part. Luckily, only 50 shirts had been printed. Of course, I rewritten the screens and had 50 rags to use for something else. It happens. Yep, that's the thing. Right? Like, what am I going to do? A fanzine for the game. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I got what you're talking. Yeah, we need a new volley channel. Screw up examples. Philippines 4/13 is going to be the name of it. Philippines 4/13. What's your screw up? So I'll post it in the group. But, a big part of this was I just wanted, I wanted to know that it does happen to everybody, right? Everybody makes them, swap meet. See, I didn't know what the hell you're talking about. Taking them to swap meet. I don't know if we have swap meets here. Just use rags, right? That's what they'll become, is rags. They'll become rags. But I will make a new channel. We'll make that up. Aaron, get on that. We need Philippines 4/13 is the mix-up channel. Sweet. I think, can I have him peddle some bootleg Philippine shirts in the parking lot? I'll give him half of everything he sells. I'll bring him up there, sell him out, sir. There you go. I'm still waiting to print a design backwards or press upside down. You'll do it, especially when it's a design that's supposed to be upside down. We had those in cheerleading where it was, what was that? I flipped for something or whatever, but all the text everything was upside down. Yeah, the first one totally did it the right way because I'm like, what the hell? And then I realized, oh, yeah, that's not the way it goes. So, yes, starving kids in Philippines need some shirts, right? Maybe they do. Yeah, 10-year-olds are not supposed to be able to spell anyway. So, see, right? Let's do it. I'm going to bring him up there. He gets half of everything he does. Yeah. I don't have pallets, but Ryan donated pallets of messed up shirts to Hurricane Relief. And shelters also take them. They do. Ours used to. I don't think they do anymore now that I think about it. I don't know. Philippines trip with misspellings. I wonder how many different places on planet people end up. Yeah. Good on you for sharing this and giving people permission to screw. It reminds me of the OBG book. That's right. And that was kind of one of the things. We're in the middle of that. And man, she's had some crazy stories. I mean, I'm down with if anybody, I'm too old for a keg stand. I've been known to do them. It's been a while. I might be able to try again, but that book has had, it's been a good lesson for sure. Use the fabric of the steak shirt on chipboard used for demo blanks. Man, Eric, while that is a great idea, I have enough crap laying around as is. These are going to end up in the garage as shop rags, is what they'll end up as, because that's how we do. They'll end up there, and then that's what they'll from there, then they'll end up probably thrown away. But shop rags, because I can never seem to have enough of those. Donate to a foster closet right off a charitable donation. That is a good point. But my thing is it's like if it was a name misspelled, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But especially in a situation like this, right? Donate to a foster closet. So they're already in a situation, right? We'll all agree to that, maybe some won't, but most don't want to be there. They want to get out. And the last thing I want them to do is to wear a shirt. Instead of saying Philippians, it says Philippines, because kids are a-holes, and there'd be some kid making fun of them for a shirt with a misspelling on it. And that would make me cry, even more. It would really, really hurt me on that one, I think. I think it would. Val, that is a good idea. How can we all round up the OSG community mess-ups, and then this community choose a new charity each quarter on something like that? Oh, that's a good point. Salvation Army. Yeah, that's another good one. Even the what's the other one that gets everything donated to them and sells it? Goodwill, right? Where they get everything donated to them and they just turn on and sell. And that's what most of these will do a lot for on mock-ups, especially the kid ones. But I think it was only 30 shirts maybe. So 30 shirts of it got hit with it. They'll definitely be good when we're doing mock-ups for some of our higher end clients, ones that are spending a good chunk of money every month, and they're like, hey, can we just get a color sample of this to see what it looks like on black shirt? Yep, let's go. Because a lot of times, like this purple, this is why we did that, because that purple is not the greatest on black. It just isn't. If that white wasn't there, it wouldn't show. So I think that'll be a lot for on the setups, the testing, to go through it that way. There you go to the fundraiser and sell them for half off in the parking lot. Just give them all to them, right? Let me collect mine, go with there. Way to correct by overlaying HTV. There probably is, Jerry, but here's the thing, right? Let's look at the location. I could probably do a white and put it all over there and nobody would ever know, but there would be a different texture, a different feel. The other thing we're going to run into is the time to print, the time to do that. Time was our biggest factor. I bet if I tried to fix and do something like that, I'd have 3 to 5 minutes in each shirt. $2 a minute, I have $10 in each shirt. That is not happening. We're just reprint, press, do it again. There are companies that recycle the old clothes. I bag up stained shirts and screw-ups and drop them in their bin. Ooh. Is that one of the ones that's just sitting on the corner that end up going to Goodwill? Is that how that one is? Red line through it. Yeah. Red line through it. I like that. All right. Got to run. So hopefully see most of you in Tinley. Yeah. Tinley Park is coming up before we know it here at the end of the week. I agree. Not worth it. Yeah. Because if it was just a few, yeah. But when we're talking 300 plus, it's just not worth it. Okay. So what did we learn from this? I'm posting this in the group. We are going to laugh at our mistakes because it's a mistake. It happens. When we just got to get past it. And so we're going to show that bad boy off so others can see that fine mistake too. Feel free to add your own mistakes because I would love for you to do that. We'll do that in the group. We'll create a volley channel for it. Or volley. Aaron, you take care of volley for me and set that up. We'll put that in there. This weekend, Tinley Park. Who's going from here, from Tinley Park? I know at least 1, 2, 3, right? So we've got the ones that I am almost positive that are going. Aaron for sure is going to be there. Otherwise, the booth will look really weird if Aaron's not here. So there's my 1. Oh, I'm going to do that wrong. There's my 1. I know Renee is going to be there. We're going to have some fun. So Renee will be there too. I do believe that where we got here, Jen, you're going to be there, right? So there's 3. So we got 3 for sure. Who else is coming? Yeah. Put a red line through it. Only God is perfect. Ooh, I like that. But then, once again, more labor. Now I've got double labor. And that's where it all comes down to is the labor. The cost to do everything. In our business, the cost of shirts aren't crazy. The cost of prints aren't crazy. It's the labor that is always the crazy part for it. Because it's just what it is. So, anywho, like I said, we've got DAX this weekend coming up. Friday, Saturday. We were dropping the kids off at school Friday morning, and then we were heading up there. So we'll be there right about time the doors open at 10 a.m. on a Friday. We'll be there right about that time. We got a room at the hotel, so we're staying overnight there, and then we'll be there after till close on Friday, and then we're heading on back Friday night. Corey's got the J Beebs concert on Sunday, so we got to make sure we're back for time for you to head out for that. I want to know who is attending that. Like I said, we'll get the volley going in there. We will be there, all weekend. Definitely after party over at Buffalo Wild Wings. There's been some amazing conversations over the years, and yeah, it's pretty dang sweet. I must say so myself. And then what we're going to do next Tuesday, because I'm still in the market for a printer. I'm still debating on what to do with this guy here. But we're going to figure it out this weekend, most likely, because that's one of the great things about having it. So I'll check and see on printers, or maybe we'll purchase another one. I've got friends and family and all of the community that can help me out with prints until then. But we're gonna see what we're gonna do with that bad boy there. Oh, look, checkout isn't until 3, so don't drag your stuff in when you arrive. That's right. It'll stay in the van again. Or no, I don't even know what we're taking. I don't even know what vehicle we're taking. I think we're gonna try a new vehicle. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I think we're gonna try something new. We're gonna see how small we can go. I'm not down with that, but that's Friday going up there. But so I think next Tuesday with Todd, he's mostly going to be our DAX review. Everything that we saw, I'm going to try and get as many pictures, videos. If you come and you see something cool that you want me to go see and learn more about, let me know. I will be more than happy to go over there, talk to them, see if we can get them to give us, a little rundown of it. But that is going to be, our goes. So those, if you've never been to a trade show before, tell me what you want to see, what you want to know, what you want to do. We do have Morning Mindset tomorrow morning at 8:30. I believe we're going to try and do Morning Mindset Friday morning from the road as we're driving up there. So be on the lookout for that. I said next Tuesday, we're going to do our DAX recap. Until then, you guys can always find us over at fatdadwholesale.com. DTF transfers, boom. We'll start pushing those probably next week going through it. But signs, banners, decals, we are rocking and rolling through that. We've done a lot of cut vinyl. Is that something that people are interested in? We've done a lot of poly blocker printed vinyl and cut vinyl for people. So I think we're going to add that to our site. I was just going through orders, and we're averaging about, and we don't even advertise it. Somebody asked if we could do it, and we're averaging about 3 orders a week of cut vinyl and about 7 of printed poly blocker vinyl. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know, and we'll talk more about that. Poly blocker has been great on like the Digi Camo and those poly crap that bleeds. But we can talk more about that. We've got, and that'll probably be in 2 weeks, whatever. We've got glitter stuff to print and roll through, so we can definitely help you out on any of those. Remember to always check us out over at fatdadlive.com or liveosg.com. And for the one link that rules them all is our Linktree link, linktr.ee/fatdadcd. I need to get an outro so it doesn't cut me off, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you guys to have a great night. I want to see your mistakes. I'm going to post them in the group, so I want to see your mistakes too. You guys have an amazing night. Post in the group, and until tomorrow morning or Friday morning or next Monday morning or next Tuesday, I want you guys to be creative, get out there, get after it. Have a great night. I'm going to say see you bye, and then I'm going to hit the button. See you bye.